Here we go. We are ready. We are live ish, kind of. Morin, you want to throw down that summary from last week?
Sure. We started off. We were still in that like campsite area in the tower, and after not so much luck by Sheridan dealing with Tyr and Torm and Ilmater, uh, it was then Loth's turn to try to talk to Denier about the book and trying to get help. And basically, he was told he was given all the things he needed to deal with that. Including dealing with the Celestials and all this stuff. So the gods were just not having it. So he was going back to read more in the book and was getting all kinds of new and fancy uh, abilities and powers from this book as he read each new section. In the meantime, Morin and Arnold had gone off to check out the stairs that were in that other room behind some of the plant material, and went up there and peeked and saw a ghost. Arnold kind of stopped Morin from proceeding into the room, and then they went back downstairs. And Arnold was kind of saying how like something wasn't right. You know, he knows ghosts and knows undead, but something was off with that ghost. So after the group, Loth did some more reading, kind of got together and decided we're going to go up there and check out this room with this ghost. And as we come in to try to figure out what was going on, he brought out this kind of real world looking sword, or had it materialize, or brought it from somewhere, and started to come after us. So there was no talking. So we engaged in this long running battle where the ghost was there and then disappeared and was moving around, and then let off a spell with a very noxious cloud that was about 15 feet tall and filled the room. So we were trying to come up with ways of dealing with that and blowing it away, or trying to avoid it. So we had some people going up on top of the stone and flying around. And eventually we were able to do enough damage to the ghost and it disappeared. But then as we came to our close and the climax, it just kind of reappeared back where we first saw it. And so we were all kind of standing where we were last attacking it or flying. And there he was back in the other corner again. So here we are, back where we started. So it seems.
So here you are indeed. This ghost is standing on the other side of the room, staring at all of you. You notice that the gleaming sword that he dropped when he was defeated by you all is still on the other side of the room. He no longer has it in his hands.
I'm gonna go grab it.
All right. You pick it up. It's a bastard sword, by the way.
Oh, good.
He says, "Thank you for freeing me from this vengeful mindset that I've had. I apologize greatly for possibly inflicting death upon you all. What has brought you to this tower?"
The Necronomicon.
I am not sure of what this Necronomicon is, but
Probably one of the most evil book in the realm.
Then surely you mean to destroy it, I would think.
Not yet. We have to read it first.
Right. There was somebody who was using it for some bad purposes, and we need it to figure out what he's up to and how to stop him. So
Well, I can assure you that no such evil book resides in here. Only the Stele, which I am the
But we
guardian
have
of.
the book.
Then why are you here? You have the book that you seek.
I don't know. I need to take a look at this weapon here.
well, we were looking for any more remnants of this count who was using the book, and so we were searching this tower because he had been here in the past. Maybe you ran across him.
I
Who
did.
knows?
He was the reason for my temporary insanity, for which I have apologized for.
That would seem.
He invoked the ritual on the Stele, and it.
Some of these folks were in an insane asylum also because of him. So it seems to be his MO.
So you are not aligned with him, I take it?
Definitely not. Trying to thwart him at any opportunity.
Give me a charisma check.
Oh God.
How are you not charismatic? You're a fucking blade singer. What'd you get?
I don't know. Maybe it's just
Failure by 2? Okay. He just kind of
he's got
looks.
the moves, but not the looks. Who
Yeah.
knows?
It's all about the dance, not the.
Yeah.
I can relate to that. I'm a pretty good dancer, not so good at the public speaking.
So,
Let's the
what
blade
is
do the talking.
That's
what does
right.
the weapon look like?
It looks like a bastard sword, very well made.
Sword with no parents.
Yeah. At least
Born out of
it's a
wedlock.
fatherless sword, at least.
I'm gonna be its new father.
Forged out of wedlock.
You've moved my immersion. Well, you know what? I don't know if I even put it.
What is this blade?
Blade that I once held, my former life, was a champion of these realms before they were cast into disarray by Karthus.
Which deity?
Which deity?
What deity were you a champion for?
Wait, one. Actually,
Was it Torm?
no.
Tyr?
Blow your shit. Let me look.
Eomade?
He says, "Why the father of all? Corellin, Larethan."
The name I've likely have not heard for a while.
You have not heard the creator of all elves?
I'm a human. I'm not really focused on other races.
I have lost my sight to race long ago. I see only shades.
Can you tell me more about this weapon, as I shall you be using it to aid us in our endeavors?
He floats over towards you. He is a ghost, in case you were not aware of this.
Still a ghost.
He is
Did you
still a
put that?
ghost.
Is it in the party sheet?
I don't think I put it in the party.
Oh, I'll just put it in my inventory then. Saving me a check for detect the magic, which is why I want him to tell me about it.
So, some other shit that he dropped. There was a book that dropped on the floor and a set of bracers.
How about you tell us about all these things you've dropped on the floor?
He just reaches out and touches you on the head, and I need you to make a saving throw versus
what?
spell.
Okay.
The closer he gets, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck starting to stand on end. And you get this, well, you don't see it, but everybody else does. There's this nice white streak that appears on the side of your head. Just one little one. Just a little bit. And but in doing so, you also gain knowledge of the items that he was carrying. So he had his spell book. I will put in the party sheet. He also had a pair of bracers of armor class 4. And the sword.
Oh.
The sword is named Isildur's Honor. It is a bastard sword +4. Got some other attributes to it. So when striking aberrations, it counts as a +5 weapon and does significantly more damage. So one-handed strikes against aberrations do 1d8 plus 2d6 damage for normal size. Large creatures is 2d6 plus 1d12 on top of the +5 magic bonus. And if you wield it two-handed, it does 4d6 to normal size creatures, aberration, and 2d8 plus 2d6 against large aberrations.
Okay.
Yeah. very good at killing the aberrations with this weapon.
You shall keep it on me. Once it's able to be grabbed.
Yep, they're all in the party sheet now. Isildur's error, honor.
The E or ill I?
I, right?
Oh,
No.
I spelled the E. I tried to make it a little different than the Lord of the Rings, Isildur. I got lazy trying to come up with a name.
Oh, here you go.
And I was like, what sounds elven?
There's a whole web of that.
Yeah.
Type it in.
The
Google.
most elven name ever. So,
Although he was human, wasn't he?
Isildur. I'm sorry. I think he was human, actually.
Yeah, it was. That's the
Aragorn, right?
the king,
Yeah.
right? The king.
Isildur is heir. Yeah.
He's the one who cut off the hand, but
It sounds elven as fuck to me, though.
didn't get rid of the ring.
Right. I guess I'm safe. Okay.
He was too weak, human. So.
All right. Yeah. So.
Lyle's journal. So this is must be one of those delay that Lyles was talking about in his journal about being attuned to his will. I was just looking at Lyle's journal again that we had. I'm sure Loth would be reminding us, hey,
Sure he would, yeah.
we got this book.
What do you add proficiency to a weapon again?
What?
What do you add
It's
proficiency
in
to a weapon?
skills.
Oh, yeah.
You notice the ghost moving over towards you, Morin. Because you are a like-minded brother, so your skills need work. If you would permit me, I could unlock that which dwells deep within slumber.
I could use a few years. I'm young.
This will sting.
Most of the best stuff does.
Right. He reaches out, places a hand on your forehead. You will not get a save if you want to accept this.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. So you're gonna gain 40 years.
40 years. Oh, I'm 162 now.
Yep. You definitely get some graying of the hair. However,
Isn't that still early middle age?
uh,
162.
yeah,
Right.
your hair is gonna gray.
For an elf.
Yeah, I don't know. These are elves in D&D don't last as long as the Lord of the Rings elves. Are not pushing thousands.
No, that's true.
So
Still 800 is
yeah,
pretty.
So you gain. Do you have weapon proficiency slots available?
Let's see, skills. Yeah, I think I've used 7. I have 10.
Okay. You're gonna have to burn one of those. You will gain Grand Mastery, weapon.
Ooh.
You will also gain.
Never thought there'd be time to do that.
You will also gain the ability to cast a spell in place of one of your main hand attacks.
Place of what? Sorry, the thing cut out.
Yeah, sorry, I looked away. So you gain the ability to cast one spell in the middle of your attack. So if you have like full round attacks you didn't move, you could cast a spell in the midst of that.
So one of the 3 attacks would be a spell casting instead.
Correct. Yeah.
Nice.
That was the ability he was using on you guys that was causing all kinds of problems.
Nice. I'll have to write that down so I remember.
Yeah, pretty useful. Because before you could still cast spells like Shocking Grasp through your blade, but
right
now you can
there's something completely different.
Swing a couple times and throw a fireball off to the side or something.
Nice. I wonder whatever happened to the wonderful sword that we called Elena.
Well, the player that owns that sword has since vanished.
So, yeah,
For pretty much no reason.
See, Grand Mastery. Which book is that in? That's in.
Grand Mastery. So your weapon damage increases to the next dice level, and I think you get another half attack around.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember which book. Is that in?
It's in the. I put it in the House Rules book.
Is that in your house
Yeah,
rules?
it has all
One?
those
Okay.
consolidated. If you go to
Weapon mastery.
weapon
yeah,
mastery,
okay.
it'll be in there. 3.
Grand. Alright.
Yeah, your weapon goes up 1 dice. Sure, you gain another half attack.
Amount
Definitely
of damage.
my next campaign, I'm going to do away with half attacks and full attacks.
And chance of a knockdown.
Oh, the knockdown dice. Yeah, we don't use those.
Right.
No, yeah, because these rules came out of the combat and tactics.
Uh,
Every weapon has a knockdown die. Oh my god, it's a cool-ish rule, especially if you're doing like a role play light, just the way the game was initially designed, where it's just like a tabletop fucking strategy war game. Every time you do damage, you're supposed to roll a knockdown die. It's based off the size of your weapon. So like a great sword has a D12 knockdown die.
oh, so now he's got 4.
Right, and then there's a threshold you have to hit against your opponent's size. Like large creatures, like a 10, then they still get a saving throw. So the idea was that normal hits could just knock a creature down, but it's pretty rare. Yeah, we're not using.
So I don't have to. So I don't have to add anything in the proficiency side. I just have to change the damage dice, and know I have 1 more attack.
Oh, there it is.
basically.
Yeah, so right in the first paragraph, Grandmasters gain one additional attack per round.
1 additional. Yeah,
1 full.
that's nice.
Grandmastery, man, it's the shit.
So these D8s become D10s.
They do.
So I can just drop that in here.
You don't have any D20 damages, right? Like, cause you're not gonna get like D100.
No, I have. I have. Let's see. Well, this one's now. Let's see. Wait a minute. I put that should be. It was D8, so it should be 10, not 12. How did I screw that up? Thought I put a 10 in there.
Oh, you need help? You need to
Well,
you need to right click, there'll be a little eraser button. And that'll clear the die, and then you can drag the dice from the left corner into the box.
And then this one's 2D8, so it'll become 2D10 for this part.
It looks like you're getting it.
Yeah. There we go.
Here you go.
Guess all these other long swords. If I ever use them, I'll have to go back and do it. I really just use this one now. So
Yeah. Right.
Nice. 4 attacks per round.
That only be +4. Oh, that actually should.
Yeah, that's because it's the special for the. Did I get? Oh no, small, medium, and large are all the same. Okay. Alrighty. Grandmaster. That was much easier than finding somebody and spending 6 months of training. It cost me 40 years, so I guess.
Yeah, it would have probably taken you 40 years to find a Grandmaster, and then another
right.
3 years of training.
Just training, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? How the fuck did he get to skip all that?
The ghost aged him 40 years because the ghost used to be a Grandmaster lead singer.
Lead singer. Nice.
Fancy.
There's going to be all kinds of fancy stuff going on with a sword now.
Yep. All right. Right, and then he says, "You should know there are other places like this in the city if you haven't already figured it out."
What do you mean?
And the book said there should be 2 more, at
There
least,
are
that he said.
3 stelae with the city that I'm sure this Laos came to, because when he activated mine, brought forth the portal which drove me to a state of delirium that I could not escape from. I can only assume that he already activated the other 2, meaning that the guardians of those also probably been driven mad. I know of one of them. It is a beast of incredible evil. You would be doing me a favor of destroying it.
Where is this beast?
If you are willing to destroy it, I can send you there.
All right, send us there.
I would suggest you take care of whatever you need to take care of first, because when I send you there, there will be no going back.
Oh, you mean send us? Like actually
Yeah,
send
he
us,
will
not like tell us where to
No,
go.
he will physically send you there when you are ready.
We best go back downstairs and rest up.
The city is dangerous to say the least, but
Okay.
I can.
We will go rest and then we'll come back up.
Plus, that gets us past our celestial problem, so even better.
You will need
Well,
to.
wait. Let's see what he can tell us about this fucking thing.
Unfortunately, I
actually
cannot
prepare.
tell you much. I am simply a guardian. I have been destined to stand here and ensure that nobody performs the ritual
What ritual?
to activate the 3 stelae.
Oh, okay.
All right, how about you let us activate the ritual then?
I assumed you were going to. Lyles has already done so, and
Oh, then we don't need to do the ritual again then. If he's already
find
done.
him, you will need to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do the ritual to follow after them.
So,
right.
Just so you, I know you've been gone. So what you, I mean, the party already is aware, but you're probably not. So you have to read through the book to learn how to activate the stelae. Is where you guys are at. I think Louth has made it through like 3 sections of the book so far.
I made it through 2.
Yeah, so you got a ways to go. You got to make it through. Oh, I won't tell you how many, but there's quite a few sections you got to make it through. Survive the madness of the book before you can.
And I will read a section tonight.
Okay.
Unless I can read more.
Oh, I think there's more.
So yeah, we'll tell him we'll come back from downstairs when we're ready to be sent.
Okay.
I guess.
I need to rest though. I'm very weak.
Yes, we need. I think I've learned some other things in that 40 years you aged me.
R&R.
Some rest and recuperation.
Well, I know what it means, but what the fuck for?
I'm an old man. These fighting days are almost gonna be behind me. I'm gonna have to retire soon. I'm level 14, bro.
Ooh, all that XP coming in.
I just kept
coming in hot.
Clicking that 6 times is easier than trying to drag it individually to each of your characters. I wish I could turn off the experience divider. It'd be nice for like story experience. I guess
Going up in both, I'm gonna get like a whole 4 hit points.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just multiply the experience value by how many. Especially higher levels. Like real math. Alright. Well, you guys are resting up another day, reading some book. So if anybody's got any leveling to do. Oh, Edmoni's here.
Yep.
Hey, Edmoni. Can you even hear us, or muted?
I think both my classes can get leveled up.
Yep, me too. It's a twofer.
Edmoni's away, or he can't hear.
I'll add him to see.
Okay. Let me just go down the list. Start with Edmoni, who can't hear me. Edmoni?
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, did you level up by chance?
No, I got a ways to go yet.
Yeah, me and him both got way.
500,000. That's not too. Check Arnold. I think all the specialty.
Looks like I need to hit 3 million, so I'm a ways off.
Yeah, but you're only like, I think you're only like 500. Ooh. Arnold. Be with him outside. The Bighorn, he was talking about it, so he leveled up. Both classes, it was.
Yep. I should be leveling both.
Give me a second. Very close.
What'd I get for level 14? Did I get new spell slots?
Yeah, you got a 4, 5, and oh shit, another level 7 spell. Or is that your first?
I finally get level 7 spells?
Oh fuck. Those are big boy spells right there.
I got Creeping Doom twice. Wait, you have 2 separate spells for conjuring an earth elemental and dismissing an earth elemental?
Yes. Because you can dismiss
Sucker.
you can dismiss somebody else's earth element.
Ooh, nice. Sucker and sucker to an item. I don't know, I think the best one's this one, Tentacle Walls.
And I forgot to fix your spells. I definitely.
Aw, shit. We got Gate. Oh, it ages me by 5 years. What is it with the whole aging thing with spells in this damn game?
Because they don't want you casting Gate over and over and over and over. And the best way to do that is to make it so your character dies faster just of normal means.
Spirit of Power. Oh, it won't open that because the link is fucked up.
I'll give you that one.
Hovering Road. Oh, that one's fucked up too.
Any other Tome of Magic stuff's gonna be. I can fix it. You can always, so if they're fucked up in the links, what you can do is go to records, go to spells, and type that spell name in there. It'll come up. They will not be broken there. They're only broken in the links because when I initially put them in there, they were from the book ID the way it used to be. But because they fucked my shit up when they accidentally overwrote Tome of Magic with Dragon Mountain, I would have to go through all your character sheets and fix those. Time consuming.
Gotcha. Dude,
So,
where the fuck is this pizza? They said it was supposed to be here at fucking
get
6:30.
one of these. You get a 5 and a 4. Spells are set on you to add spells. Okay, who else leveled next?
I know Morin did on both.
Warren on both. So.
I'm just looking at
Oh, that's what that does.
going to confirm with you and trying to figure out how many freaking attacks going to end up having now.
1, 2, 3.
I think it's 9 per 2.
1, 2, 6. Yeah, that's why in my next campaign I'm gonna pull around 8.5 back. Way too much record keep.
I think we're getting a lot more dead space than talk with your wire.
Oh, I'm actually sitting pretty far back. That could be it too. Does it sound any better?
That's a little better.
Okay. Yeah, please keep letting me know.
All right.
And I'm also like, I have my head turned because where my monitor is in relation to where my mic
Please
is.
speak directly into the microphone.
I apologize for not speaking directly into the microphone. Does this sound better?
Does this sound better?
Sounds like you're eating the microphone.
Yeah, and
Those,
my lips.
like
are,
those
like,
people
right
at the
next to
high
it.
school things, right? Lean into the podium. Hello,
Lean with it.
anybody hear
Rock
me?
with it.
Cat, could you use it in a sentence, please?
Yes. Your word to spell is cat. So now I'm level
Did I
13.
just hear a cat meow?
You're a baby, I think.
Level 13, so 2 per round. But then I had something because of that. Blaze.
Hey, Hammer, why did your baby sound like a cat?
So is it 9 per 2? Is that what am I doing that right?
Yes, I believe so.
All right. That'll be fun to keep track of.
That's what my rant was when you said I was cutting out, saying in my next campaign it's gonna be flat numbers, none of this half numbers.
No halves.
Oh no!
Just
Oh,
1,
what was
2,
that?
3.
Yep.
Shoot!
The enemies will get 1, 2, 3. You guys will get 1, 2, 3. It'll all work out. But
Sounds
also
good.
be doing max hit points. So that was interesting to figure out. I figured out why after you guys hit you're no longer rolling for hit points. The reason you're not getting constitution bonuses anymore is because the level up page needs to have a dice in that dice roll. So if it just sees that you're going to gain 3 hit points, it will not add the constitution. So I found you can put a 1d0 in there, still give max hit points and get your constitution bonus. So I went through the whole player's handbook and all the classes made a version of them where you just get max hit points every level.
Oh, so does that mean I should have like 200?
Hey, why do I have chill? Why am I chill touched right now?
I don't know. You've got cast on you, I guess. No, it's not going to be for this campaign. It'll be for the next one.
Oh, okay.
I
Fine.
made some
So I
mods
guess-
to the house rules. Working, and right now I'm just working on the. Once I finish out like how I want to handle critical hits, then we'll be good to go.
So I got the 1 point from the wizard side, so I just have to do the fighter side now.
Did I not give you the fighter level yet?
Not yet. I think it should be up to 13 also. Lucky 13s on both.
Maybe you don't have a constitution bonus, so I don't have to worry about that.
I do not.
Nice.
Yep, 0. It's got no constitution, no charisma.
Right. Got level 6 spells though. Chain lightning he's going with. That's a good one.
That's the one I went with. Problem is, because it can jump to anything, these like this room is like no good. We need someplace big, wide open with a lot of enemies.
Yeah, because
they're far away.
it has a range. I think it has a range that each target has to be within. And then,
Yeah, within the spell range,
right,
basically.
yeah, and then also it can't hit anybody more than once. So there's always
Right,
that chance that it can rip through your allies.
But we tend to, because we're so many melee fighters, we tend to close on our enemies quickly.
Yeah, it's a great spell if you. But your character usually goes first, so you're pretty okay to have a spell like that.
40 yards plus 5 yards per level, so that's 13.
Yeah, it's
so
forever.
It's a long ways.
Yeah,
That can jump a long way.
Always gonna hit everybody unless you're like on a mountain.
Right.
Fucking Dio up there just throwing lightning bolts down into the valley.
We're up on a rampart or something on a castle, and there's somebody attacking like we could have used in
Right.
Flan way back when.
Uh-huh.
Chain lightning. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
looking at the spells. I'm like, that one looks good.
It's a good one. Great horde control. Nobody's injured.
I think looks like everybody's good.
Oh, I gotta get rid of Edmoni's fucking 16 hit dice fire element. Lifting him up in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the. Edmoni looks a lot like Arnold.
Wow. Yeah.
Incredible.
Doing his impression of Arnold. That's a good one.
Good one, yeah. Really sold me on it.
Got him nailed.
All right,
It's like there's 2 of them.
resting is done. Oh, we got some book reading. Sheridan,
Green.
you're trying to catch up to level 3 bookie. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm at level 2 right now.
Yeah, so I gotta.
And then the rest mechanic, right? Because we gotta get the little
and-
check bubbles.
Right, and so you weren't here last week, I just want to remind you: do not take the Necronomicon out of the party sheet, please.
Hmm?
That way, I can fucking find it. Because there's a
Yeah.
ton of notes for me in that thing.
Yeah. Get it.
Already can't find it. There it is. Necronomicon contents. Let's go. Okay. So you've made it through. You're on the second section, or you've made it through the second
I
section?
made it through the second section. So
Okay, so
I believe the
you're-
first section detailed like
Alright.
more just about like the.
So we'll just say
journey. Yeah.
Louth is spent. He's not going to be able to help you guys out. That fucking guy, he tried to blitzkrieg through some of the sections, and it definitely caught up with him. And then he tried to talk to his god on top of that, and so
He's having none of it.
yeah, he's done.
Oh yeah, I want to finish like 2 sections tonight.
You gonna try to do 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a plus.
I got that
4.
plus 10.
Okay, you get a plus 4.
Plus 4. So plus 14.
Go ahead and make your saving throw at a plus 14.
Which one is it?
It's spell. One will be an automatic failure, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can only really lose if I get one.
You weren't here, so I'll just read the cliff notes here. This section contains the information on contacting and interacting with various creatures of the Elder Mythos. So with this spell, essentially, you can cast Contact Entity 1 through 4. When you want to do so, you just tell me, because the spells don't exist in here, and I gotta go look them up. But obviously, they are varying degrees of entity. And remember, these are Elder Mythos entities. So you can incite madness by contacting the greater ones. Be very careful. That's the
Elder
only
Mythos. Okay.
That's the only bonus you get from this.
Okay.
You still have to provide normal material components to cast those.
Yep.
All right. So this section is incredibly large, and you will have to spend the whole night without sleep to read it. Do you want to do so?
Yeah.
You will be fatigued the next day should you decide to continue on.
I'll continue.
You guys are looking to take more than one day, which is perfectly acceptable. You guys are not beholden to like do a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah, but he's likely to read again the next day anyway. So.
Okay, so you guys just want to try to tear through the book for a few days?
Sure.
Yeah,
Great. Maybe
let
somebody
those
will go
guys
mad.
read up.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
So while he's like spending days upon days reading books, what are the rest of you doing? We'll start with I guess Morn. What are you going to be doing while he's doing this?
Figuring out how to use all those new skills and abilities that the ghost gave me. So just kind of wandering around that campsite, dancing and swinging
swords?
and
Okay.
Yeah, just
Gotcha.
sword play.
All right, Bighorn, you there? No. Okay. Edmani, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, what would you like to do over the next? It's gonna take him like almost a week to read through this whole book. Anything you want to do in the camp in that time?
All I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rest and meditate. Then I'm not gonna
Rest and meditate. Okay. You get lots of dreams of fire and shit from Kasuth. At this point, you've become all of you cleric-y types and druid types have like ascended to pretty high levels, and your gods have taken notice. Especially you, Edmani, you continuously have been summoning fire elementals to do the work of Kasuth, and that pleases him greatly. To burn all that is living. I have a boon for you, but I'm gonna have to look it up in it.
What would I be having visions and dreams of?
That's it. So I need to know what you're doing over the next few days. I will tell you first off, before you tell me what you're doing, every time these guys are like reading deep in this book, the spirit world is not a pleasant thing. Like the whispers become more like moaning and agony.
Okay.
Very, very disruptive to the spirit world.
So So I'm not liking this. My character is not liking this at all.
It's just like sitting around a bunch of people that are bitching constantly.
Instead of being able to have conversations, I got to deal with that crap.
Yep, exactly.
So I might need to destroy this book.
Or maybe just meditate to the spirit realm.
Yeah, you notice that as the book gets further too, some of the spirits tend to start losing their minds, like permanently. Spirits in the vicinity are starting to go a little crazy and lose themselves, whatever was left of their soul. You think that... actually, why don't you give me an intelligence check before I tell you what you think?
Okay, let me see. Baby! Why does the map keep on fucking popping up every time I click something?
Because you keep closing it, and then you're rolling, and there is a map associated with your token. Let me delete you guys off the map. That won't happen anymore.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, Pat, you succeeded by a lot. All right. You get the sense that if they continue to read any further, spirits in the vicinity will start to be outright destroyed. Like the book is consuming them.
Okay. I mean, what kind of spirits we talking about here?
Just anything that resides in the vicinity. So like those that have died. I will also tell you that there are not a lot of them. It looks like I mean, you're used to like spirits just being a thing, right? They're everywhere. You have the sixth sense, you know they're there. But here they're very vacant, especially for like a city that you know had a catastrophic event and there should just be a shitload of them. It's very sparse. So know you could probably deduce that this book has already been read in length within the vicinity and killed off most of the spirits, and you guys reading it now will probably kill whatever's left.
Okay.
This is only spirits of the dead, though. This is not like spirits of the land or spirits of...
Well, there's the potential to kill the guardian dude. That's going to send us to the next thing, right?
Well, give me another intelligence check.
I feel like this should be wisdom, but whatever.
You could probably deduce that it won't kill him because it didn't last time, but it is likely to drive him insane again. Might have to deal with that.
Alright, we'll kind of pass it along to the group to proceed quickly and cautiously because of...
Do you wish for me to go to a different plane?
If that's possible, then that'd be great.
Do I know of any peaceful planes where things won't attack me while I'm reading this book?
You don't.
Can I do an intelligence check?
You bring the
Does
Necronomicon
have,
into
like...
another plane, shit is gonna come looking for you.
Yeah.
Does anybody have like pocket dimensions that they can go to? Like fucking what's that one goddamn spell?
Oh, you mean like what his psychic had? That would be great for this.
Oh
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Psychic that he got bored of playing and decided to kill off.
I died with that character. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you had to do the thematic. I don't even remember how you died. I just remember it was stupid.
I got killed by that octopus creature. Remember, like the invisible one?
What? No, that was Morin's last character. Talking about the starfish?
No, that was me. Remember the one from the pyramid that I couldn't, no one could see? It was like a giant like thing with multiple arms. It was like an invisible creature.
I'll be right back.
You don't remember that? I walked into the room and then I found out there was this creature that was
yeah.
And it
When you
fucked
said
me.
octopus creature, I wasn't tracking, but yeah, no.
Octopusy, man.
I remember what you were talking about. That was a creature of Shrub Niggeroth, yeah. The spawn of Shrub Niggeroth.
Alright, I'm gonna read the book.
I hate saying
I know, I heard it. I heard it too.
Like And that motherfucker was a known racist too. Like, I'm pretty sure there's no like, you know. Anyway,
That's probably why he has that name.
moving on. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
let's see. So,
Another spell check.
yeah. So you're gonna do another spell check as you're reading through the largest section. You do get a -5, by the way, which
Oh, it still passed.
you still pass by a lot. Okay, you basically need a 1 to fail. All right, so this is the largest and most formidable section of the book, and it focuses primarily on the Elder Mythos. You start to learn secrets within these pages that are very dangerous to mortal minds. And actually, this one comes with a -10 penalty. Still pass, barely. And you gain a +4 bonus saving throw against all draining effects from studying further sections of the book, but you feel very exhausted. You'll need at least a 3-day break from reading further because you have been accosted by the book itself. As you read the book, you weren't here last week, the book tries to read you. You definitely feel as though the book is almost winning. Manage to push on and read. The information also gives you a +4 bonus against checks that pertain to Elder Mythoses if the pages are consulted at a later time.
Okay.
This requires 20 minutes of reading. So if you try to go back, consult a page, for instance, you try to go back to use the contact entity, you will get a +4 bonus on that saving throw to try to use one of the spells.
Okay.
Uh,
Do I feel like when I'm reading this book, do I feel the evil?
Oh, yes. You feel this book is making big attempts to change you.
So what do I know what would happen if I use this book to commune with my god?
God would probably punish you.
Darn, okay.
This book is pure evil.
I bet Tyr would probably want to kill me.
Yeah, well, I mean, Tyr is not your god, but he does have a lot of influence over your gods.
I will take those 3 days of R&R.
R&R.
And I'll probably do well, I mean, do I have to do full relaxation or can I still do
you
like
need 3 days of like recuperating.
just
You can't do
sitting
shit.
down?
Yep, you are fucked up. You're
Like sword
you gotta
fight with
see like
Warren?
after he finishes. Like you've read 591 pages of this book, and you're starting to feel like you're in cold sweats. You smell like death. Like anybody who walks near Sheridan, he smells like a mouse that has died like 3 weeks ago and is trapped in a heater vent.
That's not good.
If you want like a good reference, there it is. So yeah, it's not pleasant. Need some baby wipes.
I will use
up in
my
this
create
bitch.
water spell to be able to wash myself during my 3 days.
That ain't just moving the smell around. That ain't. It's toxic. It's in your soul.
Creating smelly water.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Okay. So 3 days. Oh, so I'm gonna take a break from that for a minute. What time is it? It's 7:03. Why don't we take a tenor while I look up the boon that I was gonna give to Admani? Give everybody a little bit of time to recuperate before we get into what's going on.
All right.
Mute you guys, but I'm gonna leave the stream going so hear my voice. Me breathing. I put everybody on 10-minute break. trying to get crafty, but this has to be updated, man. Edmani, are you there? All right, so on your fire elemental, I was trying to automate this. So what you're gonna have to do is, you see the fire elemental damage it does in the mod section. You're gonna have to update that manually, and it's gonna, the boon you're getting is a +2 level increase. So whatever level you are, you're gonna have to add 2. So right now you're 14. So in that mod box, you'll want to put it. That makes sense what I'm talking about. Sorry. So since I don't have a way to automate this, what you're going to have to do is in the change shape for your character under fire elemental, I'm giving you a boon of 2 levels. So the way you're going to have to do that is if you level up, you need to go into the damage for the fire elemental and change the modifier box to be 2 levels higher than you are. So I've done it for this level, so it currently says +16. But, you know, when you level up, you'll need to change that to +17. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, should be pretty easy. I was trying to automate it, but you can only automate based on like a spell level. And since this is a change shape, there's no way for me to tell the character sheet that there's a level up in that. Oh, you know what I could? That would be janky. I gotta work around, but I'm not gonna do it. I can make it an effect, but that's silly. Right, yeah. Oh, also, so your melee attacks you'll need to manage as well. Because your melee attacks are better in the fire elemental form. Right now it's at mod 13, it should be mod 16. Oh, I'll let you change that to get some practice. That's your to hit chance. So if you click on the gear next to melee, then you should see it's a 13. It's actually a level behind what it should be, but now you get the bonus, so that should also be a +16. Because in your fire elemental form, you essentially have monster attack bonus or whatever. Then you should be good. So it's the Pathfinder, what do you call it? Adventure Path had most of this written in. I had to adjust a lot of it to match what 2E has. Because it like had DCs and will saves and all this bullshit, so I had to make some adjustments. But yeah, they have a pretty extensive list on what the Necronomicon does. Well, I mean, it was introduced in this, and I think in Occult Adventures put it in initially. And this campaign, they expanded on it because it's such a major plot hook. Okay, we're ready. Let me do a ready check here. Is it? I'm gonna start running the streaming portion on my laptop. I don't know why I never did that, but I think that's gonna be the easiest way to do it. I just have it on my little desk right next to me, and all the streaming shit will be there. That is probably Shit, he does that shit. Because nobody drinks, nobody eats food. All right, everybody's here, but before we get started, I'm gonna go refill my margarita. I'm about to be. All right, I think we're good. I'm gonna have to get me one of these $400 headsets yet, so I sound as sexy as Thomas. I'm fucking jealous. You're not cutting in and out. I think also moving a lot of the shit over to a laptop will probably diminish the demand on my computer. Because I have so much shit running, it's probably like just fucking struggling. Okay. So you spend 3 days doing your bullshit. Now what? You're gonna move on? Alright. So you still have your -10. See, you got a minus or but a +4. So we're gonna say you're trying to say here. Too many fucking bonuses and penalties here. Why do they even put penalties if they give so many bonuses? Yeah, so you're gonna get a -2 off of what you already had. That so you had what, a +16, I think. So you have a +14 to save. Probably the most worthless section of the book for you. A densely written section on magic flows on this pages of the Elder Mythos. This portion functions as a spell book and contains a wide range of spells. Many of those some individual named Gier knew, but not all. The spells included in the list are unavailable to you because you are a divine caster. If you were a wizard, I would give them to you. But there's a lot of them. All right, and there's no bonus. So you're going to receive another -10, which is going to drop you down to a +6 on your next save for the section of the Necronomicon. Now it's starting to get rough. Failed? Oh, fuck. Why don't you look at that while I look at the penalty for failure? Oh. Oh. Forgot about that. What's that? What'd you say? Nothing? Nothing? You take 6 points of charisma and wisdom damage permanent. I will put that in. Nope, don't change anything. I got you. Oh, did I do the right person? Shit. Did anybody get some stat bonuses or penalties they shouldn't have? Oh, looks like Warren. What the hell? Who did I just give those penalties to? Nobody? We're okay. It doesn't look like it. Try again. Oh, I see. There we go. Oof. That's rough. So yeah, you guys see on this day, Sheridan is looking pretty rough. He has these blotches of necrosis that are covering his face. That's just what you can see, Sheridan. You know full well that you have the rot all over your body. And the smell that's been permeating from you is now permanent, which is greatly reducing your charisma. You also notice that things seem harder. You look at life differently. Everything seems to be hazy. Uh, there just seems to be like an unnatural commingling of the living and world of the dead. It's making it hard for you to focus, which is really inhibiting your ability to be wise. And there's just this constant whisper in the back of your mind. Let's fucking go. So you'll have to pass. So yeah, you still have the +6 bonus still applies. Do not roll another one, or you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. You do not want to die from this. You're really cutting it close, my man. That target 4 is pretty good. All right, so you pass. All right, so this highly detailed and extensively illustrated section focuses on the nature of the similarities between humanity and the deep ones. If you remember, the deep ones were those creatures that attacked you during that big ass fucking orgy that you guys were at in that city. They got hit by the flash flood. Yeah, those were like deep ones that showed up. After mastering this section, You gain the Deep One corruption. I will give you later. This corruption is always gained as the useful corruption rather than the vile corruption. Section of the book also helps one remove an existing Deep One corruption. You didn't have that, so fine. But only if that corruption came about via a method other than the Necronomicon. So all that shit that just happened to you, can't alleviate that. Sorry, my man. Yeah, we'll see. Once this information is used to remove a corruption, the target must be either willing or helpless. The character who mastered this section of the book must spend 24 hours performing a simple ritual involving minor surgery and the administration of rare alchemical reagents worth 1,000 gold pieces to the target's body to remove a Deep One corruption. I feel like this is probably going to come into play later. This imparts a 2 negative levels on the recipient, but removes all evidence of the Deep One's corruption from the body, mind, and soul. So they will effectively lose 2 levels, but this corruption must be pretty rough to willingly give up 2 levels to get rid of it. I mean, it is rough. You lost 6 points of charisma and wisdom due to the corruption. And you smell like fucking dead mouse in a heater vent. All right, so you master that section, and you now know how to remove the affliction that has been set upon you, but you can't do it upon you. You can only do it upon others. No, it does not, because it specifically outlines that if the corruption was created via the Necronomicon, it cannot be removed. What's it? You'll need another 24 hours from this, at least. All right. So if some other creature causes a corruption similar to this, you'll be able to deal with it for a hefty cost. All right. So this section of the book. Oh, you need to make a saving throw first of all. You have almost. So you get another -10. There's no more bonuses at this point. So now we're starting to get into the dangerous portions of the book. So you're actually at a -4. Don't get your +6 anymore. So you're still good. Yeah, it's going to start getting real hard to read on. This section of the book switches from a more physical examination of the human condition to a mental one, focusing particularly on the methods of transferring the mind of one body to another. Once mastered, this section allows the reader to cast Mind Swap or Major Mind Swap once per day. But when the caster uses Major Mind Swap, the user must still provide 10,000 gold pieces worth of diamonds as material components. I would have to look those up. I believe we used this spell once before in Rise of the Netherese, and I think it literally just swaps your minds. So like, you basically, if you're up against a really powerful you can make his mind in your body, and he's limited by whatever your body's capable of, and you have all the powers of his body. 10,000 gold pieces and diamonds. I will look that up later to verify exactly that spell. All right, so that's going to bring you. You were at a -4, so you're going to be at a -14 for this next section. Are you sure you want to try to read it? Nope. There might be some things you can do to limit the penalty, but yep, -14. I mean, unless you figure out a way to not make it you're just gonna tempt going insane. Need a good ass. A failure. You fail by 1. Your target 4. But I failed by 5. That's rough. And it's not going to get any easier. Right, Sheridan? Okay. Yeah, so the I mean, there's reasons people don't read this book. You are now 2 charisma, which is less than any human can start out as, which means that you are essentially a leper. Like you have you have boils all over your body. The smell is so unbearable. Nobody can be within, I'd say, 100 yards of you. You just smell like a water treatment. It's just fucking like god awful. Like you can't even pass by you. And yeah, your wisdom has been drained substantially. You are no longer you can, but you cannot cast your high level spell. And you have a 25% failure chance on all of your spells that you can cast. So you will not be able to commune with your god because I believe you need a 17 to cast those types of spells. That's why I really tried to make sure you understood. Okay. All right. You all see. So an 8 wisdom is not terrible. Like it's a little below it's a little below average, right? So 9 is average, but you feel very depressed because you have within a few days lost a great amount of life experience and just how you view the world completely gone. All you see now is death. When you look at your friends, they don't look the way they used to. They look like demons. It is like seriously fucking with you. Like you, it's taking everything you can not to just outright assault them because it's so real to you. Blink, you try to look away. They talk, you hear the voices of your friends, but when you look at them, they look like fucking pure evil. Yeah. I mean, there's a way out of everything, right? But right now, your character and the temptation of the book is incredible right now. Like, at this point, you have to make saving throws just to not read the book. You're, 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 yeah, that's probably pretty smart. All right. There's just a straight spell save to not read the book. All right. So everybody's asleep. Everybody's asleep, and you are tossing and turning all night, my man. Like you cannot get the whispers out of your head. That book is just calling to you. You fucking wake up, just go straight to the book. Opening this book, and you get a minus. What were we at? Minus 4. I'm trying to remember. So was a minus 14, huh? Minus 14 to read the book. Something good will probably happen should you dominate this section of the book. Hi. All right, so your wisdom has now dropped below what a human could start with. Wisdom has permanently dropped to 2. I believe that means you no longer have a connection with your deity. Oh, you actually already didn't have one because you dropped below 9. So you couldn't cast spells any. Why am I not able to open? You lost 18 points of wisdom and charisma. I mean, 1 is the lowest it can go. Yeah, you hit the floor. So let me just open something here because this doesn't happen very frequently. Character drops to lowest levels ability. So one second. Yeah, I'm here. Think, 30 Constitution. Wisdom's one of the rougher ones. So, seemingly, yeah. So seemingly incapable of thought, barely aware is 1. You're not there, so you are aware. However, at a 2, you rarely notice important or prominent items, people, or occurrences. You are literally clinically insane now. You are just lost in thought. Every once in a while, you'll see like a person and just be like, look over, but everything around you in the world is gone. There's no realization anymore. The the example that it gives is a shrieker fungus. Is a creature that you are resembling, slightly greater than that of a gelatinous cube, which is the only creature that has a wisdom of 1. Yep. You have less wisdom than a giant maggot. Okay. let's talk about the the charisma of 1. Put it bluntly, he can't. Yeah, so cast a charisma of 1, you are literally a zombie. You reek of death. You are incapable of having anyone want to come near you. Your flesh is full of boils. It's literally melting off the skin, or off your meat. Just you're disgusting. Like, you are death warmed over, and you can no longer try to read the book because you are completely gone now. Unless one, I mean, yeah, your character for all intents and purposes now is completely and utterly void of life. Yeah, your character. You guys wake up in the morning. The smell is just horrendous. Like, yeah, he did not die. Death would have been kind. Yeah, death would have been a mercy in this instance. Sheridan is now a living corpse, but without actually being. He's still alive. He is a zombie that is alive, unaware of his surroundings. Sometimes recognizing something is real, but not capable of actually acknowledging it. It's fleeting at best. And then the smell and sight of him, so horrifying that none of you can stand to be around him. This is one of the rougher deaths, I would say. For what it's worth, Count Lao's made it through this shit. Well, yeah, but I mean, he's in the lower level pages, so he's not getting wrecked. It doesn't until you get in the deeper pages where you were. That's where it starts to get obviously really dangerous. And yeah, I noticed as like I remember reading through this and I was like, this doesn't seem so bad because they give you so many bonuses in the first few sections, but then they just stop. And then once you start failing those saves, yeah, this book is no fucking joke. So pretty badass if you can make it through the whole book. I will say that. You were very close. You only had it well, if you'd made it through that section, you would have had made it through oh you didn't make it through that section. You made it through the mind swap section. What I would have done, honestly, well, I won't tell you. Someone might. I'll tell you offline. Because if I tell you, someone might use it. Yeah. I mean, you can still be fixed. It just takes some pretty crazy shit. Nope. Mm-hmm. And Laos is not here. Now, let me just say, you guys don't have to read the book right now. Just because you know where the star delay is, you can still go deal with the Guardians and not. Yeah, you don't have to like try to perform the ritual as you go. Right. It was just my job to tempt you into reading. Needed. So, and now somebody has been affected with a fate worse than death. What I will say, Sheridan, against all my better judgment, you can take care of Arnold while before you do that, let me release him. East. Yeah, man, it's the Necronomicon. Nothing if not temptation. And all you had to do too was make that saving throw to not read the motherfucker. That's rough. You roll back to back ones? No. Almost. That's really tragic. It's so fitting though. That book has consumed. It could consume all of you. Fair. It is a major stopping point in this campaign if you figured that out. Someone has to master the book to move on. I mean, that's basically what Laos is. It's scribe who has a pretty good chance of making it. Much better than or a cleric of 20. You didn't even get deep like that. That boat that I was about to become a negative 26. What? Negative 24 penalty. Would have had to like do some shit to that pass. Once you get into the deeper parts of the book, you can't just rely on the dice. He's super done. What was I looking for? Oh, I was clicking on. I didn't tell you. You think limited is gonna get rid of fucking 20 something levels of uh, ability drain in 2 different abilities? It's gonna be a full on wish. Did you take over Arnold? I don't need it. Okay, what's the plan? What are you guys doing? Yeah? Yep. Everybody's leveled up? Oh, he's not? Let me hear it. I think this is probably a good point of discussion. I should probably have everybody make a backup character. I usually do that like this late in a campaign because this shit can happen. Sometimes you guys have the ability to fix it, and sometimes you. So it's pretty rare this late in the campaign that you don't, but madness is worse than death. That is a strong possibility. Hey, Arnold's looking at him and he's like, "Well, I think killing him now would be potent." He's on it. He smells like he smells like he's yeah, he smells like a servant of Merkel. He should be laid to rest. A rot tree. Uh, Arn walks over and says, let me try something." He walks over, begins praying. He casts restoration level 7, and it does nothing but age. See him physically wither and back away, sweating, exhausted. Even Kellamvor, the god of the dead, cannot bring this to heal. Death, death would be a. Says even Kellamvor's will not bring this. Will not reverse this affliction. Death would be a mercy here. uh, anything you want to say, Sheridan, before we mercifully kill your character? All right. So as you're starting to bring the hammer down, he looks at you with a stare of almost recognition and sorrow, and you feel a, a little bit. You feel like there might be a better way to do this than splattering his brains all over the tent walls. All right. Arnold says, I don't disagree with that sentiment. Cleansing fire might be what we need here. The cleansing Arnold says the cleansing fires of Kossuth are hotter than anything that the prime material plane can experience. He will feel no pain, and there will be no disfigurement beyond what has already happened to him. I I sincerely agree with this choice. Need to get Bighorn an executioner's mask. Yeah, that's true. All right, so Edmond, are you gonna do the honors? All right. So you get all of your accoutrements ready, all of your incense, material components for the burning ritual of Kossuth that is usually held for those of the highest order of Kossuthian. Uh, what is your fucking they called firewalkers? So you give him the honor, the rites of passage of a firewalker. Definitely is not something that happens for non-Kossuth faithful. So, and it's quick. Fire roars tensely and fast. Within mere seconds, Sheridan is reduced to nothing but ash. And why don't we take 5? Well, let's take 10. Actually, digest this. You got a minute there, Sheridan? How do you have any idea of what you would like to play next? Which isn't terrible. Uh, yeah, rogues are fine as well. It's really, I mean, really at this point, your party is really well rounded. There's whatever you think you want to play is fine. You can even bring back one of your other characters. Say, that's what we need, another druid. Yeah, Admani's a druid, and I guess he's the only druid left. Like, didn't we have 2 druids for a while? No, we had another because in this campaign, I thought. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a firewalker. There's Earth type druid. There's also Earth specialty priests as well. Yeah, a little different type. They're very similar to druids, a little more special. Mystic is like I think that's something out of Faiths and Avatars. I believe they are Faiths and Avatars. They're into love and charisma and self-perfection. So they're similar to an oracle, but like there's the paladin route. I mean, we don't have to decide tonight. I was just hoping we can maybe get an idea. It'd be pretty crazy. Yeah, whatever you pick is gonna be top shelf. Like a couple hundred classes from. So 70% of those are specialty. So there's two types. You could actually be a druid that specializes in earth magic, or you could be a specialty priest of primordial plane of earth. Different. They're very druid like, but they're hyper focused with expels. There's also arcanists that specialize in earth elemental spells in nature. For the life of me, remember who earth elemental Grumbar? How the fuck did you figure that out? Oh, Earthwalker. Okay. Type in Earth. Alright, so yeah. Obviously, dwarves and gnomes and shit, River Neblin, they tend to worship Grumbar. Yeah, they get top of all their fucking shit. They get conjure earth elementals, similar to what Wani does. He has stone skin ability. There, I believe so. In the Book of Elves, there's an archery version. There's not. I would certainly, because there should be like a arcane archer class. If not, oh yeah, yeah, Solaris, Solinar, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, that's a pretty boss ass. Yeah, yeah, like they just fire like a million arrows. Yeah, pretty strong. They pretty much never miss. Yeah, and they talking about the specialty priests of Solinar. They're rangers. Yeah, they're fucking super strong. If you want to go an archer route, but as far as like, there's also I thought. Let me have the Book of Elves look. What book? Oh, is that book was ever released? I think I built a version of it. Pull it up. I made it. You have the Blade Singer over here. Or library. Yeah, it's in. Oh, it's loaded. I got it. The complete book of elves. It's in there. Are you spelling elves right? Just type in elves. ELVES. Yep. Do you though? ELFS elves. Oh, because it's not going to be a class. You're gonna need one. You're gonna want to look in the kits. Because it's gonna be a fighter mage, and then you assign a kit to it. The War Wizard's a good one. It's not as good as Blade Singer. Yeah. And there's the Archer. I'll get. So basically, for fighter mage type stuff, your choices are going to be between War Wizard or a Blade Singer, or possibly the Book of Gnomes has a kit to have it. But it's going to be like illusion based. But I'm pretty sure that like Book of Gnomes has a fighter wizard of sorts. I don't have. Oh, is that the Archer? Uh, yeah, I don't have. Broken. Human Halfling book. This is not a book I ever. Well, I think I did. I did convert this book for Castles and Crusades, but then and because nobody ever plays like. Yeah, so they have kits are multi-class kits. They have the Buffoon and the Stalker. So one is a thief illusionist, and the other is a fighter thief. They don't have fighter mage kit, but I spent a lot of time with. That doesn't mean that you can't just be like a gnome fighter illusionist or an elven fighter mage. It just means you won't have like whatever special benefits some of those kits provide. Yeah, the witch is a kit. It comes out of the wizard's hammer. That should definitely be it. The somber session player, especially at this level. We'll definitely make sure everybody's got a backup. This doesn't happen again, or just don't read the Necronomicon. probably a good tip. Somebody's gonna have to suck it up and read the fucking thing, but you know, make an NPC do it. Could be Arnold. Arnold's got good resistances to this book, as does I think Arnold and fucking Arnold, Bighorn, and Louth are like the three that have the greatest chance of success through the book. Definitely Sheridan was not the favorable choice. Because you have a direct link with the spirit world. So you'll get innate bonuses. Your penalties rather, will be reduced by half when you get into the later portions of the book. There's still a chance of going insane, but it's not as bad. And there's still things you can do to reduce that. You gotta take the precautions, not just try to muscle fuck your way through the book. I mean, right, you have like some, I think for you it's a little worse. You have like these necromantic tendencies, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're resistant to the book. You, if anything, you're probably more eager to learn. Yeah, the Bighorn, yeah, you're good. Like, having necrology helps. Obviously, Arnold's like top tier for being able to read through the book just because he's a servant of Kelemvor. And then Louth is like right there, plus or minus Glyph Warden. Yeah, I don't want to bring Arnold into the fold unless Louth fails. He would be the primary. I don't want to like have an NPC. The one. Hey man, you can get access to what it was. You don't have to try to read through the whole book. There's benefits to just reading partial. So you guys know. You get to like, what is it? Pages 494 through 591. The book becomes a spell book for you. That's true, yeah. Typically, up to that point is where you get bonuses. It's like when it becomes a spell book, though, that's kind of where it stops. Yeah. Yep, that's absolutely true. And I think trying to look here, so mind swap, trying to see how far you have to get. You don't have to read the whole book to actually do the ritual. Oh, I think it's right here. Oh no. Alright, so technically between pages 800 and 863 you can activate the Stars delay, but finishing the book allows you to do so without consequence. So you do, regardless, you have to get pretty far into the book, but it just becomes like, are you willing to gamble the book or are you willing to gamble the Stars delay? Both are equally pretty destructive. It's really just a choice at that point. All right, well, what do, what do we got going on, you guys? I don't push for anything. Those are vastly different classes. How are you going to come to this decision? Are you going to I mean, again, you don't have to decide tonight. Okay, that's fine. And we don't have to. You're gonna roll dice. Let me clear the chat log for you. See, dice. You could always like. Sometimes when I'm struggling to pick, I'll just roll dice in order. pick something. So the dice, what you're gonna roll, 46 7 times. Drop the, yeah, 46. Drop one, roll it 7 times, and pick your high 6. Oh, you can do. It's automated now. You can do this. Go. Yeah, 7 more times. 6 more times. You're gonna get the opportunity to move some stats a little bit as well. So right, probably gonna get rid of that 6. Now, if you're a human, you can alter any of those stats by 1 point to raise another by 1 point. Pick a demi-human. It's a 2-for-1 trade-off. Have to lower a stat 2 points, raise a stat 1. No lock on races. Pick something weird. Take longer to get it. I mean, are you? That's what you want to do? I do have Ogre Mage somewhat set up. Yeah, they're pretty rough, but also very strong. And you would be coming in as like probably a level 12 Ogre Mage. Yeah, Furbolg gets a. You go the Avariel. They don't get any. Yeah, they don't get any penalties. You have the claustrophobia you need to worry about it. Oh, how come every roll put all these fucking portraits in the chat log? You guys see that? Oh, on your guys' side, it just shows his. On mine, it's broken. It shows everybody's. It shows random ass characters. Love when they add a feature and it's just hearted terrible. Okay. Well, let's do this because we can talk a little later. But at least write down your stats and talk about moving shit around. You're also gonna get some. You're gonna get some bonuses to your primary stats. So you're aware. Okay. All right. Cool. You set up a character from chat at least. Just name it. Name it like Tom. Here. What's that? Oh, I was just saying, like, the character that you made, just name it Thomas or some shit so I can find it later. And make sure you set those stats somewhere in there. Right. Just write them down in a special move or something you can. All right. Let's move on while he's kind of fucking around with that. Wait. What? Son of a bitch. Oh, I didn't. Clear ownership. Don't get him killed, motherfucker. Alright, he's there. You're good. Click on characters. He should show up. Wow. Last week was fucking roleplay heavy. This one's not roleplay heavy or tactically heavy. Just fucking death heavy. Just heavy. And burned. Sane. It's a somber session, yo. Read the book. Yeah, I mean, you either get killed by the book or eaten by a crazy starfish. That's all books do for you. Yep, just getting eaten by the books that they're trying to read. All right. Yeah. He's doing it. Oh, you probably want that on. All right, so full rest has been added. Are you guys looking to get teleported to a situation or what? Yeah, let's do it. I'm on board. The malls, not the sums. At least the guy with the fucking hotel name is gone. You son of a bitch. That sounds like a gnome name or some shit. All right. Okay. So you guys ready to get teleported? All right. I don't hear any objections, so we're going. All right. And Laos is still out of commission. All right. So the ghost, he teleports you. And you feel yourself sucked through existence, and then immediately it just feels like someone pushes you in the back, and the world changes all around you. You find your smells. You find yourselves in a smooth swath of rubble that ascends in a lazy spiral to a large throne that's constructed of uneven basalt slabs, upon which sits a creature. I have a description of the creature. If I dig, I can get a photo for you, but I'm not going to do it. It does not. Oh, you son of... They didn't put... So, you see this creature clad in robes sitting upon this throne. He doesn't even move from the throne. It just looks down at all of you. Says, "Visitors, step forward and be judged by the almighty Saffron Prince." Well, I guess Arnold steps forward. Anybody else? Are you? So you all step forward. He says, "What brings you to my great kingdom?" And everybody make a wisdom check. Sure, somebody will pass. All right, sweet. So we got some passes already. Those of you that passed, you notice looking around, there's fucking nobody here other than you guys and this fucking idiot sitting on a throne, clad in robes and you can't see his face. He does have a pair of jet black wings coming out of his back. You can't see any features. His robes are very well made though. They're deep red with big gold inlay down the center. He just leans forward and in a booming voice again says, "Why have you come to my kingdom? Are you here to pay tribute?" The figure kind of sits back, resting its back against the giant throne. It says, "Then my prayers have been answered. For the beast that you seek also torments me and my disciples." And he, presents his robed hands, or arms rather, that you can't see the hands either. "As my champions, you will go forth and destroy this beast, and I will reward you from my treasury. What say you?" All right. He points up another ramp. So this whole area, it looks like there was probably a structure here at one point, and it's just collapsed in. There's all these stone basalt like rampways and crumbled. You can't even really like tell that there was an actual building. It just looks like giant blocks of stone. However, there is one tower that's pretty well dilapidated nearby, and the area he's pointing does have a stone slab that leads up to a pretty busted doorway at the top of the tower. All right, yeah, he just motions for you to walk up there. You have a map. Give me. Oh, there's this. All right, map incoming. Oh, got to do this. Good. On the line of sight. Thank you much. You're gonna see it soon enough, so it doesn't matter. But all right, there you go. And the area he's talking about over this way. There's the giant ramp. Everybody see the map? Oh, okay. Down to something. You just throw it on the back of your desktop or whatever. On the client view, it's pretty useful just to hit the little button that slaps it on the desktop. That is true. Yeah, you got to move it around so you can find the button. All right. There's the throne, by the way. Over here. There is no Stele here. He's just sitting on this fucking throne, managing his disciples that you can't see. That seems to be a growing theme around this place. Yep, that's the ramp you have to go up to get to the tower. All right, you guys heading up there? All right, so you guys come into this area. You see that doors open. Go in if you want, or not. It's open a crack. All right, you guys push your way in. See that the recesses carved into the basalt walls support a wealth of tomes, treaties, scrolls. There's several dozen other volumes that lie upon a stone lectern and provides desks amid which hide an assortment of inks, vials, other various study material or study accoutrement, if you will. There is also in the center of the room another one of these large statue things covered in runes, very similar to the one that is over being guarded by the ghost. Center of the room, you see very unsightly creature just floating. It looks to be made of pure fat and malice. Looks at all of you. Yeah. Oops. Did not. Quick. Go. All right, you see this this creature is seemingly fused with a monstrous iron throne, like attached to him as he floats. And possibly corpulent being floats several feet above the ground. Just rolls upon rolls, like floating off of him, and he seems to be holding scrolls that just drag on the ground. And he just looks out at all of it. What are you doing in my archive? His jowls. One of his jowls just like rests in his lap as he sits on the chair. Challenge me! Ugh. Roll for initiative. It's super strange. Couple rounds in here before we end for the night. He's a priest in one. What kind of question is that? How much wood could a woodchuck? What you really wanted? Oh, is it 3? Also, back. All right. So as soon as this creature, you notice out from the shadows of the other stairwells. You all can see the map, right? Like you were able to see where your tokens are. It's in the bottom left corner. I think if you click on your character, it should take you there. And I think I can also see. Kind of helps. Delay in the center. Spoiler alert. Good talk. And there we go. The big reveal here. There you go. Zoom in on him. There you go. Big fat man sitting in his throne, floating. Quite the belly button he's got there. I don't know who Mammy is. Yep. Oh, yeah. You're going back a bit. Yeah. Mammy Growl, I think you're talking about. All right, yeah, everybody go ahead and roll initiative if you haven't already. Effects on this motherfucker real quick. In effect, effects that are effective. Roll for your spirit. Would you get air? Good one. Especially for combat, it's a good one. This is active. Is that it? 2 spells I gotta have active? Too easy. Ooh. Get here. Alright. Just to be transparent, I don't think we're gonna finish this tonight. Alright, everybody rolled, so up first, Morin and the creature go simultaneously. Oh, let me lock you. And also, before we get into this too much, you guys can move yourselves wherever you need to within the stairway or up where Sheridan and Bighorn. So where Bighorn is. Bighorn's the first. Yeah, I got rid of him. Don't. Bighorn is the furthest you can be, but you can be anywhere on the stairwell. Back like. All right, I think we're good. Go ahead, Morin. Yep. No, neither of those things. All right. Start hacking into this fucking devil creature. These, I guess I can give you an description of these creatures that came out. So these things, they have these long tails, clawed hands, and feet. They have pointed ears and snaky, disgusting beard that looks like it's writhing and moving of its own accord. Its skin looks moist. Looks as though it might be similar to a scaly reptile. It snarls a cruel, saw-toothed glaive capable of looking like it can inflict some heavy damage. You cut into it pretty decently. Make some good squishing sounds as you slice through its scaly reptilian flesh. And then it's going to bring us to Fat Man Master Plan over here. Going to do, so he did that. Seems to be very blurry. Oh, pretty straightforward guy, I guess. All right, so he gonna step, or actually float. He's not on the ground. He just floats over here, right towards you guys. And then he opens his disgusting mouth, and out pours just putrid, vile disgustingness, similar to something that would be belched out of Army of Darkness, just all over all of you. Blasphemous bile, this is called. Get some. Oh, we got some failures. Oh, it up when I made it. I forgot to tell it that it's saved for half price. That's okay. File. Shit, I actually forgot to put the 6 of acid. Not too bad. Old school here. So 16 points of damage. He barfs all over all of you. Who did not save? Monty's. And Monty, are you resistant to acid at all? Okay. You're gonna take all 16 points of acid damage. Nope. Alright, so everyone else will just take 8. 8 damage. There's a Sheridan guy in here. Get that guy out of here. He's super dead. Could have let him live, I guess. Fate worse than death. Oh, Arnold. So you should not 11. You're played by a person now. What did you roll? Do you know? No, do you know what you rolled for your? I'm just gonna. No, it wasn't. It's because I had a penalty on you. Without the penalty, do you see the die roll by chance? You've been better with my. All right, covered in bile. That is the creature's turn. Yep. Oh, now all the demons, devils get to go. Immediately start charging in here. Here. Back. Bighorn. Glaive. Glavid. This is typical minion shit, just missing all the time. You have reach. Nice. Priest. It will miss. Why am I missing? So it's all its attack. So it's gonna hit your stone skin twice. Who's up? Oh, and Monty, you're up. Yeah, you got biled. Spell disrupted. You can't delay if you were casting a spell and got disrupted. Yeah, you can move. Okay. And more devils. Big one's not it. That's sad. All right. Arnold gets to go. Do you have any time to look over his character sheet to see what he has? He's got some new stuff. He probably want that bastard sword that Sheridan had. Hmm. Actually, maybe. Got a pretty decent bastard. All right. They're devils. There's a difference. Do it again. Now you are. Oh, you have a shitload of stuff targeted. Hold on. Very good. Why do you have 2 targets? All right, go ahead and do damage. All right, do some damage. Job. This guy, he attack on. Stone skin. Bighorn. Yeah, you still lose your spell, so you can move or stand your ground. Do you want to stay there? Well, you can disengage. Okay. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative. And Big Fat Man starts casting this. Big fat bastard. Let's see if he's. He is. He is casting a spell. Nothing like a hiccup in the middle of taking a drink. He's actually. He's not even the right size. He's not capturing his full fatness. Yeah, he's really very large. A couple 1,000 pounds at least. Oh, why does it? This go. Boom. Just gross. Folds upon folds. Like that he's got like these Tyrannosaurus fucking arms. Alright, well, Warren and that devil thing get to go first. Son of a bitch. Alright. Magic resistance. So the lightning bolt just kind of arcs around the big fat thing. The other creatures get blasted. The other creature, I guess, failed like a ton. So go ahead and roll damage on him. Magic resist passed. Yeah, it untargeted him. You're good. Oh, but it looks like you are targeted as well. You might. Bam. Woo. 30 points of damage. Takes it all. Nice having a straightforward creature. Don't have to do shit other than flat bitches. A critical threat will hit times 2 damage. God damn. All right, he takes it all, just cutting into his lizard form. Now they all get to go. Attacks. Chipping away at some stone skin here. Every time you get hit, you just hear money falling on the floor. Gets attacked. And I can hit the fucking elf. I can't. Trying to hit Bighorn here. Bighorn got hit. 6 whole points. Gets hit again. 8. Yeah, buddy. To get rid of some stone skin. More stone. Man, you're easy to hit. We'll have to. Maybe I'll take a look at it later. Do you have an effect on you that I need to know about? Blessed, which you shouldn't have the bless. A cloak of displacement. Your armor. You have your armor on. Your armor class is only 6, dude. Really, you're not wearing. What about your mithril plate mail? Why are you not wearing that? And carried, not worn. The problem. Make sure you guys check your inventories. Put your armor on. There you go. That's much better. That makes a huge difference. So All right, Edmani, you're up. As Morin puts armor on mid battle. Nice. Oh yeah. Yep, when you're injured, yeah. Get a I think I think pretty sure that's gonna I think it's 20% of your max health, isn't it? Or is it 20% of the damage taken? Okay. Oh, okay. I see it. Go with damn it. A little better fucking fire elemental than the last one. 3 hit points. Take you down to like. Alright. Alright, see it. Hit. It does hurt him. He is not immune to fire. Not that kind of devil. Right. This thing's gonna attack a couple times. Missing and Bighorn's being attacked. Hit. Brings us to Arnold. What's Arnold doing? Hacking. Yeah, he's more of a healer and destroyer of undead. Yep. Alright, Bighorn. Yeah. Animal some you know what? I'm gonna forego all the bullshit. We're just gonna do Triceratops. How many are there again? We'll just go 4. Accurate. Oops. Not the blob. He does kind of look like an X-Men villain. Oh, that's Juggernaut. He doesn't look anything like Juggernaut was all ripped muscle. Michael Myers. And we got. All right, we got time for one more round at the end of this. All right. Hey man, somebody's got to do all of the lawyering stuff. All right, everyone, go ahead and roll initiative. We got one. We're gonna do one more round and call it. Frank's got shit he's got to do tonight. Not tonight. Because in old school D&D, in the monsters manual, that is the picture that came from that when you look up dinosaur. Yeah, that's what the artist drew. Oh, I mean, that was probably drawn back in the 70s. Here, I'll find you another Triceratops, more aesthetically pleasing. And what's funny is like that token is on all the dinosaur tokens. So no matter what dinosaur I put on, it'll always be that one. The only one I have, other than the default. My token library is only so deep, and it's very deep. I do like the Devon Knight tokens, though. I like how they have that top-down view. Rotate them. I don't have enough of them, so I don't use them. Right. Everybody has rolled, which means it's Morin and Fat Bastard's turn first. Does he get a saving? Okay, sounds good. Do it. Good spell. No, because there's no save. Yeah, there's no save because it's percentile. They don't have that hard coded. Oh, that's a good point. That would have been a good idea to put that. Yeah, but even if they did, it would be wrong because it's at half. So yeah, just go ahead and roll your percentile. 49 is enough. There you go. So it drops. It's reduced by 43%. Wow. Can I think I can just make an effect. We're gonna test it real quick. So You said it reduces by how much? 43? Alright, let's give it a try. Do you have like fireball or something you can cast at him? If he makes that's fine. Throw a lightning bolt at him, see if it triggers and I'm gonna I'm gonna assume that didn't work. So apparently I can't I tried to put MR minus 43 is it permanent? How long does this last? Forever. 20 rounds. Down to 12 MR, I think. Okay, that's a substantial decrease. 55% can get annoying. All right. Okay. Oh, let's see. All right. Hold on for a half a second. Times 2. Hey, one finally died. Good. Ooh. Stuffs. We need to revamp those, make them easier on me. Make a saving throw versus death real quick. I save, I can't even. That's it didn't go through. I was rolling at the same time as you. Didn't like it. All right, he succeeded. We'll put all the bullshit. At high levels, it's pretty unlikely that they're gonna get hit with all dumb shit. All right. Okay, so that. Oh, and fat guy, he's got to do his thing. So he is gonna. He was hit by you, Warren. He's gonna. But he's gonna just float over here for everybody. Here, fucking giant chair. He is. Yep. Slap this goddamn Morin. Oh, so we cast. No, fucker. All right, so he's gonna use searing words on you. Yep, he just speaks in his infernal tongue. Words he speaks burn within you. It's get hit by this 3 times. Oh, I forgot to target. You figure stone skin just falling off from these words that he's speaking, rumbling, and then he just fucking tries to fist you a couple times. That. Damn it. Why are you not targeted? Like, what's it gonna take? There we go. Now, combat tracker says your target. That one missed. Another slam. Duck. And then he just tries to straight up bite you. Yep. Does bites too. You just, wow, you are a lucky son of a bitch. I'll tell you what. That was a lot of attacks you avoided. That'll bring us to these guys. Deal with basic ass attacks. David. Attacked. Oh, it's probably not going to be. Arnold's really hard to hit. Arnold's up. If you were casting a spell, it's gone. It's a hit. Or some damage. Add money. Ready. Damn. Alright. Roast into him, 31 points of damage. Takes it. More devils be attacking. They're actually a pretty decent minion. Not super easy to kill. They can actually hit. Enough to be in the way. They do a good job of removing stone skin. Especially when you forget to wear your armor. That was probably the deciding. I bet a lot of those attacks were misses. I just wasn't going to go through it. Not on me to manage your character sheets. Yeah. And the dinosaurs. All right. Hey, if I did, I don't remember it, but also if I did, make sure when you guys log in, you check your character sheets. Check important shit like armor class and stuff. I mean, really, like, what else do you have to check? Armor class is probably the big one. This thing, he's gonna move over here, do... Move, he'll get one attack. Ooh! Look at that, that's a critical hit. The Triceratops is attacking. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I don't have, because it's an rando NPC, I don't have critical hit. Warren, maybe. Candidate. Pick the non-caster. Say ×2. What I need to do is make a DM PC so I can add effects on the fly. That's probably a pretty good idea. Ooh, damn, that's pretty good. 22 points of damage. Guy. Hit. Fucked. Bighorn, you're up. Triceratops are doing work over there. It's not its turn yet. Weak. 28 to 30. This shit takes more hits now, man. Like, doing 28 to 30 points of damage per hit. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if you really have a weak roll though when you have plus 23 to damage. Yeah, the trample is what is really good about the Triceratops. They hit the trample, they get all their damage plus 2d12. Once the trample's done, it's kind of like meh, because they're just like kind of poking you. But they do get more upper hit, I guess. Damn, almost dead. Man, Triceratops are doing work. All right, guys. We're going to call it there for tonight. It's 9:15 my time, which could be as late as midnight 15 for some of you. So, great job. Sorry, Thomas, for the fucking Necronomicon killing you, but that's what it does. At least, yeah, it's not a new story. That really sucks, though. I actually like Sheridan. So we'll see you guys next week. Thomas, when you have an idea of like what you want to play, just let me know and I can build out most of the character for you. Oh. Yeah, man, yeah. And if you do have like a day or whatever that you can work with me, let me know. I'm pretty open this. Yeah, tomorrow's good. Let me know like ahead of time though, because I do typically go bowling on Thursdays. If you let me know ahead of time, I'll come home. Okay. Sounds good, man. Have a good night. Go get some sleep. Good night, all.